Hello. Welcome back to Lenny Plans. I'm going to be planning out the last week of 2021, week 52. So as usual, I'm in my B6 size Wonderland222 planner. And I've still got it inside the ironbark journal that I showed you guys last week. Super soft leather. Yeah, so it is a Boxing Day here in Australia. So we've finished Christmas, which kind of blows my mind how fast that went. You know, it feels like you spend so much time prepping and planning for sort of such a short period of time. Actually, I don't know if I showed you guys. I did do a little bit of sort of planning out. Actually, I haven't checked. I don't think there's anything super personal in here. No, there isn't. So this was actually I do a little bit of bullet journaling as well, and I use the daily pages for that and for collections and things like that. And this was my my preparation for Christmas. So I had gift list, meals, some tasks to do, and specific things that I needed to shop for over and above this list. And I had this card over top because every time I was planning for Christmas, my kids would come in, so I needed to have a flap to cover the gifts. So yes, I don't know if your kids do that. They always seem to time it so beautifully for exactly when you're trying to do something else. I also have done another spread. So, you know, as I've said to you guys and shown you guys, I do a bit of memory keeping in this planner. There's really not enough space in, you know, one little weekend slot. So I have done a full spread for this, and I don't do it every day. I do tend to do it more in holidays. But yeah, for special occasions, I like to sort of keep a few more of the photos. So this was a little snapshot of our Christmas. This is the front of our house, all lit up. We did a Christmas Eve dinner. This is my mum when she got one of her Christmas presents. My boys having a giggle. This is all my nieces and nephews. So my eldest, who is here in the middle in blue, he's turning 11 in a month, and he's the oldest of all 13 grandchildren. So it's an absolute chaos. It's not really a noun, but I'm going to use it that way. Yeah, it's absolute chaos when they're all together, and it's fantastic. It's so lovely. So here are the 4 of the 5 eldest boys. That's me and my hubby, and then we were at my brother and sister-in-law's house, and they had set up a little jumping castle with a water slide, and so all the kids had brought their wet gear, and they got to go on the slide. It was really fun. They had a lovely time. I've got a Bible verse up here, and then I've just got a little journaling card that says, "The best things in life are the people you love, the places you've been, and the memories you've made along the way." It just seemed very appropriate for Christmas. So yeah, also show you guys, yeah, this is last week's. Yeah, what have we got here? Monday was very relaxed. We didn't do a lot of things. I have actually done all these things and not ticked them off, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. We visited a friend's house and we played in the pool. That was really fun. It was my friend Deb's birthday, and I went out with some of her friends for dinner. Wednesday I had work, and so that sort of took up the day. I was pretty tired after that. Thursday was another friend's birthday. I sent her a message, and then I had my last morning of work for the year, and I just was exhausted. I actually just came home and just kind of burritoed on my bed. We did wrap some of the gifts and things like that night. I don't know if you can see. This is my little cat Gracie helping helping to wrap gifts. I actually took that picture to send to a friend because she's up in Sydney, and she also was wrapping gifts for her kids and was receiving feline assistance. Yeah. Friday was, you know what, I didn't spend a lot of time in my planner. I'll probably chuck in some photos at some stage, maybe, I don't know. Just lots of preparation. We just sort of were driving. It felt like we were driving all over the Allura, just picking up things, click and collect, and a couple of extra gifts for the boys. I've also been checking on one of my friends, this family actually. They've gone away, and so I've been checking on their kitty cat, and going to meet him every day and giving him a pat and a cuddle and making sure he's got food and water and things like that. He's very smart, and I'm very, very concerned that I'm going to accidentally let him out. There's a few stop gaps in between where he is and where I enter the house, but yeah, keeps me on my toes. He's so gorgeous though. Christmas, like I showed you, Christmas Eve, so we had family dinner and then we went looking at Christmas lights. We do a bit of a drive around. Christmas morning we had breakfast with my husband's family, with all the kiddies, the photo I showed you before. Checked on Max, did some tidying and things like that, and then we ended up actually, it's not on here, but we did actually end up going out for dinner as well. We just went to my parents-in-law's house for dinner, and they actually had made an amazing dinner. It was like salmon with some kind of filling. It was amazing. And then my mother-in-law makes the most amazing potato bake, and I'm kind of obsessed with potato bake. I love it. It was really lovely, and it was just with so my parents-in-law and then my husband's younger sister and her family. So it was just sort of 2 of the 4 siblings, and their brood of children. Today's Sunday, as I said. We had church online this morning. We're getting a lot more COVID cases. Thank you, Omicron. And so, yeah, we've been changed to online again. Hopefully that doesn't end up in another full-blown lockdown. We'll see. These are the times, right? So, yeah, I am doing the planning now, so I'm going to tick that off. Not quite done yet, but it still counts. I've still got to do some laundry and check on Max today, but I have some time. Yeah, so that is the week that has been. I hope that you guys have had an amazing Christmas. I'd love to hear, you know, how it went for you. What were your wins? Is there anything that didn't go right? We almost had a big scare. I had ordered some Christmas boxes of food because I was working right up until Thursday. So I usually do a lot more preparation than I did this year, but it's been a year. And I did not think to check if they were going to put mango in the box, and my mum is allergic to mango, and they did put it in. So we almost had a big scare, but thankfully they had managed to, just by pure luck. It was only in one section of the box, and so I was able to like keep that section away from her. So yeah, it worked out in the end, but it almost required me to do a whole Christmas dinner last minute. So yeah, I'd love to hear how you guys went. Did you have any adventures like that? They're always interesting. Oh, speaking of adventures, we did have another one, which I've not written in. I should somehow make a note of this. So I went out for dinner with my friends, as I said, and I had fully intended to go home at a reasonable time. And another friend and I, we left at just after 9 o'clock, and then we went down to the parking garage and we were just chatting, and we completely lost track of time and ended up locked in. It was kind of hilarious, and we had to wait for security to come and let us out. I was so tired, and then because I had work the next morning, I was like, that's probably why I was so exhausted both these days. We were there till quite late. It was a little bit ridiculous, but also really funny. So yeah, it's been a week of things not necessarily going according to plan, but makes for a good story later. Yeah, so that is my week 51, and I must remember to include that somehow, because that is a funny story. I want to remember that one. Yeah, so I am going to be using, I believe it's actually an Erin Condren sized kit for, I'm not done January yet, I'll do that at some stage. So for week 52, I've got this kit from Shine Sticker Studio, and I'll pop a link to where I purchased this in Australia because these are really hard to get here. So yeah, I'll pop a link below. But this is an Erin Condren kit, and I wanted to just let you guys know, I guess, how to size this or these kinds of things for something that's smaller. So I don't know if you can see it, but I've actually gone ahead and I've just marked on either side with pencil the width that I want it to be. So I don't have my ruler, there it is. So the columns for the B6 are 3.5 centimeters. And so what I tend to do is I go for the middle part. And so I will measure from, like, generally for the Erin Condren, it's something like 3.8, I want to say. So I'm not taking off much. It's literally 1.5 millimeters on either side. But you can also, it's worth using a clear ruler so you can see the image below. So for some things like, where did I change it? Do you know what? For the days of the week here, I think it was Wednesday. I actually wanted to try and position it so that the edge of the circle underneath, I don't know if you can see that. It a little closer. The edge of the circle underneath and where the D ends, if I do that, that's probably easier. I actually wanted to try and position it midway there. So it's worth having a clear ruler so you can see what you're going to get once you cut it. So yeah, once I've done that, with these ones, it's pretty easy. I can actually use a guillotine or like a slice tool and just go straight down. I literally just do top and bottom, and then cut as I pull them off. For these ones, it's a little bit trickier. I will probably cut it fussy cut, and I might end up then drawing a pencil line. So for example, like I said, I've done top to bottom. I just do a really light pencil line on either side, and then cut and then place them down. So yeah, it's still possible to use the larger kits. It's a little bit more fiddly, but you know, if you want to get a little bit of variety, or you see something that you really like and it just happens to be in a larger size, it's still totally possible to use it. It just, yeah, requires a little bit of extra work. So yeah, I don't really mind doing the extra when I'm on holidays. I really do feel like I have a little bit more time, and so it's not a problem. Yeah, so that is how I'm going to make them fit. And then whichever ones I end up using, I'll cut down, or yeah. With these ones, I just cut off one end. I don't cut one on either side. So I literally just measure 3.5 from corner to wherever it ends. Yeah, isn't it cute? Rainbow sushi. I just love it. So yes, that is the kit that I'm going to be using. So I'm going to pop on some music for you guys, and we'll see how we go. All right. Okay. You can probably tell that there's not a lot on, which is why I didn't mind using the kit that takes up more space. I'm not as reliant on the time bar during this period of time, so I'm pretty happy with how it turned out, actually. I definitely find these stickers a little bit harder to lay down because once they go down, you cannot get them off without, I guess, using some of the, what's it called? The unglue or whatever it is. The stuff that pulls it off. Having a total mental blank on that, but that would get it off, but I really can't be bothered for the sake of just a couple of things that are slightly out of place. And I think the nature of this kit is that it can be a little bit off line, and it's still okay. So looks really happy. I'm pretty excited to be using that for New Year's Eve. I don't have any specific plans at this stage. We've got a rescue Labrador who does not cope at all with storms or fireworks. Actually, you know what I haven't put in? I haven't put the weather in. But I don't, I haven't checked that. And I think we're just sort of a little bit relaxed and easygoing at the moment in terms of meals and when we're planning. You can see I've only done up until Tuesday. These are 2 public holidays in Australia, so it's I just made sure I had some meal options to cover us for the public holidays, and then I can do some groceries on the Wednesday. So that's why I'll do a meal plan there. Yeah, otherwise we're probably just going to go with the flow. I'm going to see how the COVID case numbers are going in terms of what we can actually do. The boys got new scooters for Christmas, so I guarantee that we will end up going for a ride or just spending some time outdoors during this period of time. So there'll be lots of opportunities for photos and memory keeping and things like that. But yeah, that is my week 52. Crazy, isn't it? Where's the year gone? Actually, one of the things I did want to do this week, which I haven't put in, is I actually want to do a flip through. But I want to wait until the end. Maybe I'll do that for next week. I'll give you guys a bit of a flip through of the year. I'll have my old 2021 planner, which I still have close by. And yeah, I'll do a flip through of the whole year. That's where that is. I've been looking for that. You see, I don't open it enough. It's not really been relevant, but yeah, I'll give you guys a proper flip through of that, and then these last 2 months as well, so you can see how the year turned out. I hope that you have a beautiful week. Stay safe. See you next time. Bye.